falls again. So give me something good. Never act the way that I probably should. Oh, give me something now. Voices in my head all way too loud. Sick of acting every day, it never seems to go away. Everything comes with a cost, and it's my trust you fucking lost. It feels like I don't know you anymore, baby, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I know sometimes I act a little bit crazy, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Don't know how to feel these thoughts I have are too surreal. No, breaking down again. I don't know when all this will end. Oh, I'm hoping and searching for things that keep me from learning and burning the curtain down. Feeling lost and can't be found. So give me something good. Never act the way that I probably should. Give me something now. Voices in my head are way too loud. My mind is working overtime. I never meant to run and I was wanting to be me again. And this is how it fucking ends. It feels like I don't know you anymore, baby, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I know sometimes I act a little bit crazy, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. No. Just give me something to believe in. No. Feels like I'm falling off the deep end. No. Hey, it feels like I don't know you anymore, baby, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Hey, I know sometimes I act a little bit crazy, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. No. I'm not sorry.
Welcome to Audio Carnage Podcast. We have All I Hear Is Static. You just heard Feels Like I Don't Know. It feels like I don't know you anymore. It is a mouthful. So guys, go ahead and get... Oh, I see what you did.
Yes.
Alright, so go ahead and give a quick introduction for yourself. Let's start here.
I am Ryan Fairbanks. I'm the lead singer of All I Hear Is Static, and I am the audio engineer. I produce and do a lot of stuff along with these fine gentlemen.
I'm Chase. I play the drums and drums. That's right.
I'm Caleb. I play guitar, and I also help out with the producing as well.
And I'm Jacob. I play keys mostly, guitar, trumpet, backing vocals, something else probably. Yeah.
Whatever.
Multi-instrument specialist.
Multi-instrumentalist.
And then, I'm Dalton, and play bass guitar, and, I'm all about that bass.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So where is everybody originally from?
Allen, Texas.
Alan, except what, two people here, right?
Yeah.
Alan.
I'm from McKinney.
I think my high school played y'all in high school. I'm from
What, Allen?
Gainesville.
Oh shit.
So I'm pretty sure, like, if y'all are around the 2007 fucking graduation area, we might have fucking played each other in football.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
Well,
it's 2015.
So, is everybody from Allen or any?
He's from McKinney.
These two.
McKinney?
Yeah,
He's from McKinney. I'm from Anna.
Anna? But basically, we got a bunch of Texas boys here.
Yeah, I mean, North
I
Texas,
mean,
yeah.
hey, that's perfectly fine. So, how did everybody meet?
So it started out as like a two-piece. So it was him and I in high school. Like we grew up, we were in Boy Scouts, like elementary school and all.
Two-piece in
same
Allen?
neighborhood.
Yep,
Yes.
two-piece Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Been friends for...
What troop?
But 306.
Yeah.
I'm glad you remember. I did not remember that shit.
I was Troop 306. Boy Scouts, yes. For like a year, and then I was like, nah.
And Ryan and I have known of each other for, I mean, literally about our whole lives since like kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get like until like good friends until about like freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
And I met the guys. I've known Jacob since middle school, and
How old is everybody?
24.
25.
Almost 25.
Almost
24.
25.
Okay.
25, let's go.
Well, I'm older than all of you, so I'm just making sure because like the time frame is relevant for like lifestyle growing up. Like, none of us would want to grow up in the current generation. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Bullying stopped at school whenever we were in school, and now it's on the internet.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole
Oh, that's
nother,
good
it's a
point.
whole nother ballpark.
So, we met 05? 07? Oh, wait. Band started in
Right, so the band
started
started in
in, like,
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
We were in a band before that. Probably
What was
like
it called?
it was called the All Nighter.
Yeah.
With two of our other buddies from high school, Ryan Vetter and Jacob Jolly.
So Ryan,
out.
Jacob.
Yeah, it was Ryan, and Jacob.
It was
and
fun.
that was probably like about a year and a half, maybe a year. And then Ryan started making some solo stuff just for fun, you know.
Yeah.
And then he invited me over one day, and I was like, listening to songs. Like, let me lay something down real fast, right? And after that, we were like, let's try another song.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, we're just gonna make another band. Like, you know,
Yeah.
not because we didn't like the
Make
band.
something.
It was like a strike of innovation, you know.
Well, some of the best bands have side bands, and we were talking about the Joey Jordison thing.
Yeah.
About how we both love Slipknot, but how Stone Sour is its own thing. Members of the same band, like Jim Root, is a pivotal member of both of those fucking bands.
Yeah.
Like it requires the creative outlet of multiple directions to be able to like create music, because it's something that, you know, you might decide, hey, one day I want to do a screamo shit.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's not what you're trying to do with this.
Yeah.
But there's all the variety. So y'all had a band, and then y'all started to form into the solo project that he had.
Yeah.
And
It started
then-
off very solo
What software were
project-y.
you using back in the day?
Ableton. Yeah, so
still Ableton early
I
on.
started using Ableton like 10 years ago.
Hashtag Ableton Live. This isn't a
Ableton,
sponsor.
baby.
Please sponsor
Please
us.
sponsor Ableton.
Yes.
Like, please sponsor this, because it is,
too.
you know, definitely a dedicated users. So, yeah.
But so it was just the two of us for like, you know, back until late 2017 is whenever Ryan was working at Topgolf at the time in Allen, and I think both Chase and Dalton both worked there.
And Caleb.
And Caleb worked there too.
all of them
Yeah.
worked there.
Kind of to
But-
touch on it from earlier, like I've known you guys since high school, and
Yeah.
that was kind of my connection to you guys doing the dual project, and then coincidentally,
I started working.
Dalton.
At,
I was
Topgolf.
working at Topgolf, and you guys were working at Topgolf.
So-
Shout out Top
What
Golf,
would
I
you
guess.
say that is the collective date or year that this band formed?
So 2016 as a
today,
duo
probably-
project. Like, right?
Well, no. This.
Oh, yeah, so that
Probably
was
like
like
late,
2018.
like mid
2017, 2018. So like late
Yeah.
2017, early 18.
Because you guys like officially we made the announcement that y'all joined in like January 2018.
Yeah.
And then I
But we
honestly
started
can't remember with
talking, 'cause
Caleb.
I
I think it was like that
think-
summer.
I started getting introduced in the summer of 18.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah,
Because
before
they're
COVID.
they were in like like half a year before.
BC before COVID.
Yeah,
It was one-
I actually came. Yeah,
2014 BC.
the BCAC
But we made a
before
post
COVID,
about it
after
on,
COVID.
Twitter.
It was one gig and then we got shut down.
I looked past
Yeah,
it.
it was literally one gig, and then we went to like just kind of chill. Well, honestly, we were playing Apex on.
Alright,
It
yeah.
sucks a lot.
So, slight left turn. Favorite local venue. This is a personal thing.
Oh,
now,
I mean, it's not open.
well, that's fine. It can be now. If you say a dead venue that is non-existent, also come with a secondary.
Yeah,
That
active
is
venue.
currently
Okay.
open.
So don't look at each other. Don't think about like individual.
I think I can do this on everybody on
Go ahead,
three.
go. No, no.
Everybody on three
Yeah,
for
one-
the first one that's dead.
One,
two,
three.
Current Club.
Ah!
Yes.
Look at y'all fucking eating
Yes.
motherfucker.
We played the shit out of that place.
Ah.
and it was
It was great, yeah.
It was a good
I
time.
did miss
Rest
it.
in peace, Curtain Club.
Rest in peace. We
Yep.
miss you.
Okay, but current
Yeah,
still
current,
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, Current's
So
still open.
my favorite current has been Port Richards. Yeah, not Port Richards. That's a fucking
Port
Office.
David.
I've been watching The Office a lot. Port David. I've been watching The Office a lot.
That's really funny.
Every time I tell people,
Right,
like,
that's
Poor
funny
Richard,
as
I'm
fuck.
like, wait, no, that's a good.
honestly, that's really good.
Sorry, I've literally.
Before they go to
So,
it.
I've been bitching The Office my whole life, and then like I went years without watching it, and then I just started watching it again. So
Revenge.
sorry for Port Richards. Port David's Pub.
Dude, So there's 3 Nerf guns sitting there. We literally have Nerf wars regularly in this household. We are a household of 4 adult men, and one day 2 of us, half the household, was at Walmart, and we walked through the Nerf aisle, and one of us looked at the guns. It was like, I'm buying this one. It was like a nice, the good one, whereas everybody else had the small ones. It was like, all right, I'm getting one too. Everybody else in the household, there was a straight up firefight in the house.
That's
less than a week ago. That's why you found that. It was like pop, 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 pop.
I know what this is from, but
Yeah.
I would say
It's very community.
I would say my favorite like local venues since COVID. We haven't really gotten to play too much, and we actually just recently played at a newer venue that just opened up, kind of out. It's out of ways, but it's in Farmersville, and it's called Fine Arts on Main. Shout out to them.
Yes.
Wonderful setup there, and hopefully they'll be they just opened.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, they just opened.
Yeah.
We played their grand opening, and
I'm so happy that more locations are like, no, let's do music, let's do live stuff, because it gives opportunities to people like us. Also gives opportunities to them too. So moving on, anybody else got a favorite local venue still alive?
I mean, shit, I'll have to agree with Chase. Fine Arts on Main.
Yeah.
Fine Arts on Main does it right.
yeah, they,
I have to match up to that caliber. It's
Well,
pretty
'cause
awesome.
I've never had that good of a treatment as a guest at a venue.
I mean,
Like,
that's fair. Like that's the point of this question. If y'all respect somebody, like, people will see this and remember like that concept.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like. Well, so what was your favorite part about that venue?
just have
the setup, probably, right?
Oh, the setup was badass because it was very
Big
tailored.
stage.
Staging
tailor-made.
or like what
But
do you mean?
and also like the stat, like just from the perspective of like being a band coming in and like it was their grand opening show, but like it kind of just seemed like it was a family vibe, and you get in and you set up with the crew that's working there, and they're just there to help and put on a good show, and I mean. And not to mention just like first class audio experience.
Oh, it was the best sound.
Just a really good, little hidden gem out in the middle of nowhere, and it's like the experience that can be curated there.
What was
is
it again?
Fine Arts on Main
Where?
in Farmersville, Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Farmersville.
So
Very interesting.
look them up,
That's awesome.
fineartsonmain.com.
So,
Yes.
in the same vein, favorite local band can't be one you're involved with. Everybody, yo, literally, y'all did this see no evil, speak no evil, like hear no evil.
Favorite local bands right now.
Does not have to be right now. Can be of all. Just
Local's hard. Yeah.
I'll go first on that. Big shout out to Saints Can Lie. They're out of Howe, Texas, which is
HOWE.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bumfuck, Texas.
I love whenever I hear that like dope bands are coming from small towns.
Oh, I
like,
got mine.
They're
I think
in
you
this
got
fucking.
mine too.
Go ahead.
Nah, man. Shout out to Hunter from Saints Can Lie, man. Shout out to Jake.
Saints
Bryce.
Can Lie.
Saints Can Lie. They actually just went viral the other day.
Always send people recommendations because I'm looking for more acts for this exact thing.
Yeah, man. Dude, like I said.
What's your favorite song from them?
I would say either Hate or fuck, what's that one? Damn. It just totally blanked for me.
Hey, from Saints Can Lie. Check that shit out.
Yes. Oh, I mean, I like
Favorite local band?
I like Bolivia.
Bolivia? Yeah. Okay.
Are they?
Okay, yeah.
They are from here.
Okay,
that's not
okay.
Small.
Okay,
Oh, you mean like small?
Okay,
yeah.
that would be like us saying, I like Bowling for Soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all like him, obviously. What?
Oh, yeah.
Now, also, shout out Bolivia.
Shout out Bolivia.
Yeah, obviously.
Hey, if you're a local band, come be on the podcast. Real talk. Like, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Come
Yeah.
through.
If it's gotta be local, it's just because we played with them so
Okay,
much
watch.
and it's been a great
But,
experience.
but no affiliation to us at the same time. Like not like separate of it.
No, I'm talking about Quiet Police. They were fun to play with in the
Oh,
past.
they're really fun to play with. Yeah.
So quiet,
yeah,
But when
yeah,
did
yeah.
you say quiet, please?
Yeah,
Now
we're
we're talking about. You're like, wait,
I'm talking about a different band now.
Yeah, but
I was like, I don't think we ever played with Blue.
Yeah, no, I was
that
saying,
was a
like,
hardship.
I was saying, if it's not a big band, then it's yeah. No.
Okay, quiet.
I was gonna say he made the shift.
Well, honestly,
big to
the
small.
only thing that was missed out was him hearing us say, "Oh, you can't pick a big band." He was like, "Oh, I can't pick a big band." All right, well, then quietly. He was like,
Yeah.
I say
Shout out
quietly.
to my boys Bryce and Kevin on them. Like, it's
Well, that's funny. Now we're doing the dead versus current thing with bands.
Well, no.
I gotta-
Favorite local band doesn't matter if they're not currently.
Oh,
they
not
just
currently.
played a
I
show.
Yeah,
I gotta-
that's what I mean by dead. They don't have to be actually dead. It's like this band does not exist
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like, but it was a dope local.
And
band.
by local,
Oh,
would we
yeah.
say Texas,
We want something
or
that
do we
you've
say
seen.
size?
You could have seen
It's
in a local
to-
show
Local.
or on a
to-
local stage.
Okay, fair enough. So it's more like a size thing than they're Dallas based.
Dallas, Austin, Texas,
down to this.
Oklahoma,
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay,
like
yeah.
regional, like mainly this is like shout out to homies.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Was it my turn?
Yeah.
Fuck, so many people, bro. What the
You
fuck?
seemed like you had a choice.
I even
mine
gave it
if
a
you
hand
want me to
clap.
go.
You're just like,
Well, I was waiting to go in order, and then everyone's looking at me. I was like, bro, what? Like,
No, we're going off an interview.
Okay, so- the band that's not together anymore, but it was a favorite of mine, was definitely Ourselves and Others. With
Yeah.
Steven and Jonathan.
Yes.
Just because
Yeah.
Ourselves and Others.
Yeah, that was
that's
the
a
name.
good name.
And they were really cool. I mean, they were just so fun to be around. I think they're not really doing music. Well, I think they're probably still doing music, just not together anymore.
Yeah.
Or just how a
Yeah.
lot of
We
that
all grow
happens,
up.
you know.
Life happens.
Yeah.
That's why. That's the purpose of the
oh, yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
This
Capturing the
band-
shit while we have it.
yeah, it's like life happens.
Like something that is current though that I actually don't know much about. I just recently saw them at a battle of bands. There was this band called Lux, and they put on a dope
how do you
show.
spell it?
LUX.
LUX.
Yeah, it
Go
was,
check them out because it was one of the best local shows I
Yeah.
think I've been to.
it was
in a long
really
time.
fun. They had a great performance.
Do you know where they're from?
I don't. I'm assuming Dallas. I actually don't
that's what
know.
every band says, like, pop in Dallas, actually.
Hey, we got Google for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Dallas,
you know.
Texas.
Favorite local band?
Favorite local band?
Not Polyphia.
No, I do love them. I'd probably say,
Also, no pedophilia.
yeah, fuck that. I'd say probably Unity, Texas. They're just like a really good band, metal band, but yeah, it's like
I got two.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got two.
Go
So
ahead.
one's no longer together, kind of similar with Jacob, and one is currently together. And I
know a bunch of very good bands that
I know
aren't
the
together.
guys in the band that are still together, and we all know them, and they're
Go
a
ahead.
really good band. But the band that's no longer together, and now it's escaping me, and that's horrible.
Think of the other one.
The other one is currently still together. They're actually friends of ours. They're a band called Triple Forte.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So, Triple Forte, where are they out of?
they're out of Plano, Texas.
Y'all
They're
friends enough with them that y'all can recommend this thing?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
that's part of
They'd love
that's
this.
part
by the
of
way.
what I do with this
Yeah.
is I get more bands from the recommendations
Oh,
of
yeah,
other bands.
they
So
should
any-
definitely be
any
up
people
here.
that y'all like. Oh no, I respect y'all as musicians. That's the reason y'all are on the podcast. If y'all have musicians that y'all respect, that y'all think should be on the podcast, tell them and get them in touch
Right,
with
yeah.
them.
Triple
Because
Forte.
that is how
Yeah, shout
I
out
find
Triple
this people.
Forte.
Shout out.
But I remembered the other band. They're no longer together. They're a ska band. They're out of College Station or Dallas area.
Yeah,
Actually,
College Station.
I played drums for them for a little bit, but they're called the Rotisserie Chickens.
Objection.
Rotisserie chickens.
Dude,
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so good. The
Fucking
rotisserie chicken is
rotisserie
so
chicken.
good.
Wonderful guys. Loved my experience playing with them for a little bit, and yeah, dude, they fucking killed.
Oh, that band name is dope.
Jacob,
I was
objection.
like, objection. It was like you were playing with them for a little bit. I was like,
Well, I literally played with them for like
a couple shows. Yeah, that's how they
not
Boys and
even-
girls. So, song one was.
It feels like
I don't know you anymore.
Or
it feels like I
Inflicia.
don't know you
Inflicia.
anymore.
Yeah, we call it Inflicia for short because it's
Or
just easier.
Inflicia.
it's just like an
Inflicia.
acronym
Wait,
of like.
Wait, Inflicia?
No,
No, like
Idflicia.
Idflicia.
I'm gonna be
Wait,
honest.
hold on. Say it.
Idflicia.
Idflicia.
Don't try that hard. Just say Inflicia. Like just
Inflicia.
as long as you go
Well,
in and end it up, we know what song you're.
I am drunk and I wanted to make sure that
Cheers to that.
So we have feels like I don't know anymore. It feels
Yes.
like I don't know
It's
you
a mouthful.
anymore. Or Inflicia.
A doozy
Yes.
to start with.
So now that was the first song we heard. Anything y'all want to give about that song? Any big points that you feel like that the song doesn't get across?
That was still when it was like Jacob and I.
Yeah, so that's an older
Yeah,
song
that's
actually.
an
It's been,
older-
that was probably made in like early 2017.
All
I
of
would
these
say.
are pretty much.
I just remember when we made it, like Ryan and I were talking at the chorus, like writing lyrics for it, and like I was so excited. It's like the most excited I've been because we were talking the chorus and we were like writing the words. And we're like, and I'm not sorry. And I was like, oh, this is so dope. Like,
It was very tip the dominant.
yeah, like it's one of those things
Very
you're just
catchy.
giddy.
Very
you know?
catchy.
Thank you.
I'll say one thing about that song is like I remember going to see that it was the last show that they had played as a duo before Dalton and I joined, and I remember going to see them play, and like this was like a big feature song at the time, and like we had, after that we all met up in like at my parents' house where my drums were, and like set up in this room, and like just off the spot just kind of started writing the part for it, and just kind of having that initial gel of just like being able to like sit in and like kind of create on that on top of what they had already created was kind of like the starting point for my whole experience with this band, and it's been fun to play it over the past 4 years.
So song number 2 is
Sleep.
Sleep.
Y'all are forgetting.
Everybody's just like,
This song's an old.
It's okay. Everybody draws a blank. But so a little bit of background on Sleep.
So
this one's
same
an
time
oldie,
as
same
Inflicia,
time.
really. Yeah, same EP. So again, like early mid 2017.
Yeah.
But it's getting a little bit of a rebirth, actually.
Everybody,
Yeah, and that's
Ace
when
is
the
up in the
guitar-
house.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
All right, so going back to Sleep.
So-
Sleep, yeah, it's going through a rebirth, like Jacob was saying. Like
Yeah.
it's so it started off very.
come on, come hang out with the fam.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
So talk. Hey, lay down. All the way, all the way, all the way. No claws on the paw. No paws on the fucking couch. Come on. There we go. There we go. Good boy.
Boy.
All right, so Sleep. Hey.
Yeah,
I think he's really good.
Come over this way.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sleep was it was an old one too, around the same time as Feels Like I Don't Know You Anymore. That one, like, it started off very like, cause we didn't have drums at the time, or at least at the time we were producing out of my like little bedroom kind of studio stuff or living room stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so we didn't have like the ability to track drums or like properly track guitars or anything that would be like sounding good. So it was very synth driven, and like that one's available right now on Spotify, but
The old version.
yeah, the old version. So it's very synth driven, but like in that, like what you just saw here and what's to be released was very guitar driven. Drop D.
What's up, buddy?
Anyways, yeah, drop
Guitar
D. Very very like guitar driven, and it's how I always wanted the song to sound like, and like always what I had in my head on like what it would sound like, and then. With the studios growing and stuff like that, and having like our studio and then Atlas, and shout out Atlas Island, by the way. Like having those studios available, it made it possible to bring that kind of original idea that I had in my head, to
Create the thing that you
yeah,
wanted.
exactly. Yeah, make it how it sounded, like what I originally wanted to sound like. So, yeah.
So Sleep.
Yes, yeah, that one's Sleep.
All right, we are still with All I Hear Is Static. You're about to hear Sleep. That's Ace.
Yes.
Be right back.
I got the feeling in my bones that keeps on breaking us down. Do you know what I feel? You know exactly what I mean. Do you know what I see? Yeah, yeah. A beautiful image that is so serene. wanna keep you waiting around. I got this feeling in my bones that keeps on breaking the sound. Cause I'm high on you, got me soaring through the sky. I'm addicted to a substance called a beautiful mind. You like acid on the tongue, I drop and give my mind for you. It must be the way you move, it must be something that you do. Cause you look good on me, cause you look good on me. Fell to my bed without a word to say. I'm seeing your colors in all the best way. Hey! This heavy feeling takes on a new meaning. I'm barely awake, but you keep me breathing. I know I'm not dreaming. Let me sleep if I'm dreaming. I don't wanna keep you waiting around. I got this feeling in my bones, it keeps on breaking the sound. Cause I'm high on you, got me soaring through the sky. I'm addicted to a substance called a beautiful mind. You like acid on the tongue, I drop and give my mind for you. Must be the way you move, it must be something that you do. Oh, me, cause you look good on me. Oh, oh, let me sleep if I'm dreaming. And I know I'm not dreaming. Hey, hey! I don't wanna keep you waiting around. I got this feeling in my bones, it keeps on breaking the sound. Cause I'm high on you, got me soaring through the sky. I'm addicted to a substance called a beautiful mind. You like acid on the tongue, get my mind for you. It must be the way you move, it must be something that you do. Cause you look good on me, cause you look good on me.
Welcome back to Audio Carnage Podcast. You just heard Sleep from All I Hear Is Static. Guys, so what would you say that your
Hope you
the best concert that you've ever been to is?
Best concert.
So this is personal based. Don't worry about everybody else's. But so mine would be either Slayer and Slipknot or ICP and Cottonmouth Kings. That was a crazy ass show.
Yeah.
That was a crazy ass show.
Mine would have to be either Incubus and then Linkin Park, most of them. Linkin Park.
That'd be a
Linkin
That was
Park.
my-
what year? Like 2011?
Yeah,
we were there. I was there at the same time.
Yeah,
Dude.
Jacob was there too.
But we didn't go together. We were both just coincidentally there. But that was my first ever concert. Was that and like?
Dude,
what
that's a
hell
show
of
I
concert.
wanted to be in.
That was like my first
Other than
legit
the live in
concert.
Texas, the Linkin Park live in Texas.
Oh
is the
my God,
most,
yeah.
Like,
Yes.
if I could have had an opportunity to be at a show, that is the one.
Yes, I watched a lot of that.
So,
I can listen to
Incubus
a lot
live or Incubus Linkin Park. Anybody else?
Yeah, and then what was it? That one like Mr. Wives and 21 Pilots tour that happened. The,
Oh,
Oh,
that'd
the
be a
Quiet
good
is
one.
Violent tour
Yeah.
with Vinyl Theater.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude,
got
that
a
was
good- I got a good
really
one.
good.
Go
I
ahead.
got a good one. I got so it was the So What tour.
Down in Austin.
No, not the Southwest tour. The
The-
So What.
the Dallas?
Like, yeah, the Dallas.
South by
tour.
So What?
South by
Yeah, I
So
gotcha.
What. It was I want to say 2016.
Was it Jexa?
It was at the baseball park out in Grand Prairie.
Oh yeah, no, that's the same place that they had a Warped Tour that one year.
Beartooth was headlining, but I went to see The Word Alive and some other bands that. But I just remember like people running the bases in a circle pit. Now, I mean, there was just so many
that's
bands.
so cool. Like the baseball bases.
Straight up running the bases,
That's
and it was
amazing.
just like
That's so cool.
the like pitcher's mound was like the VIP tent.
Yeah, just fucking
raised up. But yeah, they were just running around that shit.
Dude, that is awesome.
And,
if they had the fucking band at home base.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh
And
shit.
Just shout out to my other show I was kind of coming to mind was the one I just went to recently, which is kind of like a completely different genre, but I just went and saw AJR recently.
Oh,
Yes,
I have so many.
so good live.
I have so many students that
incredible
love that.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Or is it a group or is it a? single-
it's like three brothers. Three
And,
brothers.
Yeah, it's just their initials, and like, yeah, I've like listened to their music from afar, but like my fiance had bought tickets and we went out and it was dope. The production value was just off the charts. So.
Well, I have a student who is like 9, 11, somewhere around.
She can look like a fool.
But basically, like a younger student who. One of his favorite groups is AJR, and I've had to do a couple songs from that group. What is it? Bang is one.
Yeah.
But yeah. We had I taught them how to do the chord chart of it, and that's what brought me onto that. But like, there's so many fucking talented artists fucking available. So, best concert ever.
I have two.
That's fine.
Because these two are pretty evenly matched. The first one was 2016. RIP to Taylor Hawkins, but we went and saw Foo Fighters in Memphis when I was in school.
I gotta say,
when I was a
like,
senior.
like Taylor Hawkins dying is kind of like the vocalist of Guar dying.
Dude,
I can go see the band again. Like I can go see them.
It's like Chester
But it's
Bennington
not the
makes
same.
sense.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like I hope to see Linkin. I've never seen Linkin Park, even though they're.
Yeah, I want to see that band.
Yeah, same.
I've never got to, but I will see them when they come through. But it's not gonna be the fucking same.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
But fucking Taylor Hawkins is one of those
Dude,
fucking members
it
that's
hurt.
like, I'm just like, fuck. I felt like I felt like he was gonna be fine for the next fucking. Come on, man. You look enough like what's his name from Rolling Stones. What's the
Richard?
Richard
Oh,
Wait.
Richard Keith. No.
Keith Richard.
Keith Richards. Yeah, no. Taylor Hawkins and Keith Richards look
Richard
similar
Keiths.
enough.
Honestly, I kind of zoned out. I just heard Rolling Stone.
Fuck, I'm on that on my own. Alright, so let's move on. Favorite band or favorite show you've ever been to live?
Ryan.
Oh, wait. Taylor Hawkins, Foo Fighters, and what else?
Okay, so yeah, the second show that was top tier for me.
I
was-
apologize. I may be.
All good, boss. Was when I went and saw All Time Low at House of Blues in Dallas.
Oh yeah, House of Blues so good.
They had water parks open. They had this band called the Rex, and then they had this other band called the Night Riders, not the All Nighter. But All Time Low put me onto the Rex. Shout out to them. They're on their way to blowing up as they deserve it. But All Time Low, it was like a 3.5-4 hour set. We were their longest.
Jesus Christ.
They were their longest set by far.
I haven't
And
even seen
Well,
some.
and
That's
you
the
say
dope.
All Time Low, and that made me think of a show All Time Low, Boys Like Girls, Good Charlotte.
Oh damn! You're talking about fucking 2005 music.
Yeah. Oh no, this was like straight up like 2008, probably something like that. But
Bringing up House of Blues though, I got to see fucking Mastodon, and I got fucking I got to go fucking backstage with fucking Brennan and all them. That was so good. So, favorite concert ever?
Oh, it just came to me. That's fine. I had an answer, and then
what
like
she said.
5 seconds, 5 seconds ago, it just immediately
Alright,
came
sir.
out.
So, could you go to my kitchen and get a fucking paper towel and wipe that shit up?
What you?
yes.
That came to me.
See that? To be honest, right?
Hit you right in the forehead.
See, and I was gonna make a joke answer now, but it's gone on too long, so we're moving on. But it's probably when I saw Jesse Rutherford solos
Yes.
live. So Jesse Rutherford, he's the lead singer of the
Jesse
Neighborhood.
Rutherford?
Yeah, so he's the lead singer.
Jesse Rutherford?
Rutherford,
Yes.
yes. So he's the lead singer of the Neighborhood. They did that song "Sweater Weather," if you remember that.
Can you sing the chorus? Okay, get
Yeah. So he has a solo project, right? He's still in the band, but he just does some solo stuff. And then he played Club Data, right? Small venue, and I was like, okay, lead singer, probably my favorite band. I got to go see this, right?
Yeah.
You know? And then concert was phenomenal, great time, and all that. And then I was with a small group. And they're like, we're gonna go in the bar next door, and they might come in, right? Sure enough, they all came in.
that's funny as fuck.
And so I got to hang out with Jesse for about 30 minutes, talking, and I was like, all right, this is the best concert ever. I get to hang out with probably my favorite singer. Yeah,
cool.
that doesn't get
I
better
can
than
agree.
that, to be honest.
There's a lot
Right?
of my singing.
That's
too.
very cool.
Yeah.
You're making the right choice of going to the right bar.
Yeah, no, I made a decision that night where I agreed to go along with it, and I was
It's like, I don't want to go to another bar, but fuck it.
Yeah, I was low-key thinking, I was like, I kind of want to just go home, and I was like, no, let's risk it, right? And I was like, holy crap.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, favorite concert?
It's probably my favorite one. Have to be. I think it's 2013. I think that was the last Warped Tour I went to. I know it was the last one, but they had ones after that one. But that was the last one I went to, and it was, I forgot who I was originally seeing because they'd have stages side by side. So I was just watching some band plays at 3 o'clock, in the middle of the day, and then all of a sudden I heard this other band, Billy Talent. They're kind of an old kind of punk band, I would say.
Talent.
Yeah, dude, and they're probably the ones that put me onto hardcore music, because I used to tech deck back in middle school, and all of a sudden I saw this.
I swear to God, I'm not laughing at you.
No, you're good, dude.
I'm laughing at you unlocked a core memory.
Yeah.
All of a sudden there's memories trickling out my fucking cerebellum.
I feel like
This is
throughout
my
this
childhood
whole
right there.
process, I've just thought of more concerts. But
Yeah.
Well, that is part of the fucking list. That's the purpose. Is I should be able to engage y'all, and y'all should be able to be like, oh, this is a good question.
shout out to
So-
August Burns Red and Issues.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Those are
what was yours?
So it was 2013 Warped Tour. Billy Talent was playing it.
Billy
I think
Talent.
it was the song "Fallen Leaves," which that was just one of my favorite songs by them. I think that song they started playing. And I was just standing there. I was like, oh, I didn't even know they were playing that festival. I was like, oh shit, is that Billy Talent? And I was like, dude, I gotta go to see this right now.
All right, so now we're moving on to the next question. Now, this is a personal question that it's a two-part question, and you're gonna have to answer both parts. So be prepared. So, what is the best concert you've ever played, and what is the worst concert you've ever played?
Oh,
I
that's
think
easy.
I think we have a consensus worst.
What's the worst?
Unless
Oh, no, it's different.
We
I'd
have
say
a different
worse with
one.
this
Yeah, I was
band.
about to
have a
say
different
with
one.
all five of
No,
us.
that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yet again, this is a personal question, not.
What the fuck, bro?
45.
And if it's a wife or a mom, that's fine.
It's a cousin.
Either wife,
No,
husband,
it's a nephew.
wife,
Yeah,
husband,
it's
or
a
mom.
nephew.
Yes.
Mom is fine.
Yeah.
Shout out Harrison.
Oh,
So, best
So-
or worst
Best concert.
that
Oh,
you've ever performed?
my favorite.
Here, you
My
need this
favorite.
first?
Yes. My favorite concert that I ever performed. Was that one Texas Jam show we had. And so we have a
First one or
studio at
second
a
one?
place called Texas Jam. And there's a venue there. And we threw a show. It was the last one at the beginning of this year of 2022. And it, I don't know, just the crowd, the energy, and everything that went on that whole night was probably the smoothest and best. And then also shout out my boys Zero and Omega. They shot the whole thing, and you can check on our Instagram, the video, all of us are just you're just up there let us fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Shit,
Best?
that's best concert.
So where?
That is at our studio Texas Jam. And
Studio Texas
Yeah,
Jam?
it's studio called Texas Jam. And
it's just called Texas Jam.
Texas Jam.
We refer to it as a studio.
So,
Yeah.
is it on y'all's platforms?
yeah, so it is on our Instagram and maybe
Oh,
Facebook.
right.
I think I share everything on Facebook to that too. That's where you can check out those videos and stuff. And then when it comes to worst, Jacob and I can probably
What's the worst?
list out. When it comes to worst, so this is a different band.
This is the one I'm really.
So, wait.
Like, the best show is it can be varied.
So let me clear this up too. When it comes to worst, does it have to be our band, or is it the worst show we ever experienced?
Played.
Well, you already opened that can of worms, so might as well.
Just say what you got.
So I'll do
show-
two. Then.
worst show you ever played.
Worst show you've ever played. And
So
worst show I've ever experienced was in a
worst
fucking
show-
garage that had a fucking dude just swinging his arms around. It was literally like, all right, how do I do this without being dramatic? It was like a guy going like like 30 times faster, just like in a garage about this size, and it's just like I'm playing, and the problem is that we fit 2 people in the fucking garage, other than said dude who's going.
Moshing on the kid.
Which I'm fine with that shit, but you're taking up the whole garage that we're playing in.
Like, no,
It's a garage, bro!
So worst show when it comes to ever played was with our band The All Nighter.
On the first show.
Yeah, our very first show ever that him and I have ever
Lollapalooza.
played live. It's
And
called
the Howland,
Lollapalooza.
it was in
So
the-
wait, question, do you agree with this statement?
Oh, no, yeah.
So
this
he's
is something.
matching up, you
Yeah,
concur.
so this was in-
anything else, add your, go ahead.
So this was called Lollapalooza. It was in,
Lollapalooza?
yeah. And I think it was
for
organized by my
Valentine's Day.
ex, so that's already a bad,
Ah!
that's already a bad idea, right?
Shout out.
No, shout out. But it's
Like,
we're
Herpes, shut out!
which it's mostly me. We're actually on great terms, but I have to make the meme, right? And then,
She can be mad at me.
yeah. And then, oh hell, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it was in the Allen High School cafeteria.
Yeah.
So red flag.
Badass setup.
Bro,
Badass setup.
I can already just hear how awful that sounds.
Open up these cafeterias!
Well,
See
the
it
thing
moving.
about it, like the setup was badass,
Yeah.
and honestly, like the event itself was awesome. But
Yeah.
the thing that went wrong was the technical aspect of it.
Well,
So
it's not just that. You forget.
You're disappointed that a fucking high school cafeteria didn't have a good sound guy.
Well, it's
No,
worse than that.
it wasn't the sound guy. It was on our end.
Yeah, it was on our side. The sound guy was great.
Sound guy was
Your
great.
teacher was
Because that's my teacher.
So when it came to like actually going up to
It's a
perform,
13-year-old just sweating.
yes.
Well, so the problem is the openers, right? Who was supposed to open for us? They were supposed to play like a 30-minute set. They played like legitimately an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So like we had already only about 30 minutes to play, and then right when we're gonna play, Ryan's laptop updates.
Yeah, so my laptop
sucks.
auto update.
That's
And-
why
and-
you always
at-
airplane mode.
at-
Always
Yeah,
airplane
so
mode.
that was the lesson. That's the exact
Always,
lesson that I learned
always
that night.
airplane mode before you go Ableton Live.
Yes, that is the exact lesson that I learned that night. And yeah, so that fucking happened. And like the thing is, at the time we were very track, like we're still like pretty track heavy, but like we could play like a flicky without like,
Right.
back then, without
it was,
track.
like, with
and so,
track-
like,
without
back
track,
then it
there
was
was nothing.
very track focused, and so at the time it was like, oh shit, what the fuck do we do? And it was the first show that we have ever played in our life, like live, and so like we had no like backing stuff or experience to like be like, all right, let's whip this out, or like, all right, let's do this song or something like this doesn't involve that. That we would need, and so at the time, like it was very like, oh shit, we were sitting around like, what the fuck do we do? And then so we just started covering some fucking songs and stuff like that, and then
So wait, this was a talent show?
no, it wasn't a
No,
talent
it was
show.
like a
straight up performance.
fundraiser kind of thing.
It was a
right?
fundraiser performance, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've
yeah,
got 2 good ones.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
one is it's like a good and bad show because we all enjoyed it, the shit out of it, but just the setup of it. So we won a competition to go down to Austin.
Oh fuck.
This was my almost.
To
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
so it was like we won a battle of the bands. Like it was like our first show as
Yeah,
like
that was our first
a
show in the
group
band.
together.
Yeah, us, a full
And
band.
we like got to go play like a showcase like during the week of South by Southwest
It's actually
down in
after.
Austin, or right after, like the weekend after, the weekend of St. Patty's Day.
It was
And-
branded as South by Southwest
Yeah.
Showcase, and it was.
But yeah,
So that was a lie.
scheduled. So we get down there,
That was a
and
bluff.
like they said that like we didn't like I'm play drums, so they were like, yeah, like we'll have a house kit, and I was like skeptical. And I remember bringing my cymbals and just being like, getting there, and like the stool that I was supposed to play on was like
bar stool.
yeah, it was like a straight bar stool, and they had the kit rigged lefty, and everybody playing drums that day was right-handed. So like there was no reason. Whoever set it up, I don't know. But the other show that comes to mind, which also, like, that's actually the show that, like, I would say probably was just, like, really tough for me, because, like, it was just, like, a completely foreign experience. But, like, again, we still enjoyed being in Austin, but another one that was, like, crazy as far as technical difficulties, we were playing at the Curtain Club one time, and down the street, somebody hit a power line, and the shit went black.
Honestly, it was lit as fuck. Honestly, that was lit as fuck.
And it was like,
As a death metal band, I would have been like,
Honestly,
I would have had a vocalist
CO2 metal. But like, it fried everything. No speakers, no nothing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
The vocalist would have to fucking.
You unlocked a memory for me. I forgot that ever happened.
yeah, no, dude, and like, I just remember, like, we sat there in silence, and I was just like, well, I'm gonna drum solo. And played for a little
Bro,
bit.
that's the best movie you could have done.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, you know,
was a fun show.
The whole fucking room
it
would
was
have
fun. It was
They
fun.
didn't cut into our set time.
No,
too.
not at all.
They
But it was
didn't.
just,
They
I
let us play.
wouldn't
So,
call it a bad show.
what
but,
about
like,
your
it was just technical
favorite show, though?
difficulty.
Baby.
Yeah,
What's
what about
your
your favorite
favorite?
show?
Favorite show we've done? Oh man, that's a tough one.
There's a lot.
I want to say probably that Battle of the Band show.
Yeah, that Battle of the
was-
Band show.
that
I
was
think
a
that
great
first
show.
show that I think that just elation of like winning something like that, like just like joining a band with like, you know, I had never been in like a steady band, I guess. Like I had just played drums on my own and up to that point, and you know, kind of getting that, like, I guess, confirmation that like, hey, like we can do this together.
Yeah,
Like,
the affirmation.
Affirmation,
Yes.
The affirmation.
Yeah,
is
you
like,
feel it for yourself, but you feel it from the outside
Yeah.
world. Where it's like, okay, I feel.
I remember just like, you know, like seeing my mom after that and be like, Mom, we did
Did it! Yes, that did it.
Everyone jumping up and down.
Did it.
You know, it's funny because like you look back and I mean, obviously, like we've all grown up a good bit since then, and this
Fuck, don't
band's
remind me.
evolved a lot
I'm a gray
since
bush
then.
now.
Yeah, but like, you know what? I look back on that and that's like just like I still remember like, to go back even further, like I remember like when you did your first like fucking pre-shift meeting at Topgolf, and like they made you like you introduced yourself and like I play guitar, and they like fucking made you like do some shit, and I
I don't
just
even remember, man.
I just remember being like, you know, I knew some musicians at Topgolf, and I was just like, we all should get together, and coincidentally, it just happened to work out like this.
Yeah.
I was just like, fucking hell, like, you know, but no, yeah, that show.
Yeah, it's fun. Sorry. Do you know what I find is funny is that like coincidentally like one of your best shows led into one of the worst shows.
Yeah, it literally went best show, worst show, back to
Because you're
back.
angry at yourself, so you're like, fuck, I gotta do better.
Yeah, it's just like one of the best shows that like ever flourished like led into that. Yeah.
First song you can ever remember listening to on repeat. So, in this, to give a context of this question, to make you feel not insecure about it, mine is I listened to fucking the Space Jam cassette on repeat. Come on and dance to the bam, 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 bam.
Hey.
Alright. And then also fucking R. Kelly. Fucking. Whoa. But what's the first thing you can remember being like, no, again, again.
Yeah.
Also, help. I need somebody. Help.
Oh,
I don't-
yeah.
My dad got annoyed by driving in the truck with me. He was like, I want to pick the song. He's like, you're going to pick Help, aren't you? I was like, no.
Yeah.
Help.
Need somebody. Yeah.
So, favorite song, first song you can remember, like really deep core memory,
That's really,
like
like-
childhood, like talking parenthood memory.
Probably like first one for me would be. I cannot think of.
Also, to make it a little less insecure, first CD I ever had on repeat was fucking Britney Spears. So,
Oh yeah.
Shit, I couldn't put
Start this
CD
way.
on.
Oh yeah, we can check.
and anybody who has an answer, who has
Yeah,
the first
but-
answer.
dude, I cannot think of the name right now, but it's the biggest song ever by Papa Roach.
Danny, cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was your first.
Yeah, that's the first thing I remember. Like, I was probably like, I don't know, maybe 10. Yeah, but probably younger than that.
Alright, so first one you can remember. Come on, we got one answer. You look like you have yours.
I did.
Go ahead.
It came so quick. So
That's what she said.
whenever you.
Yes.
Dude, that Space Jam one is a core memory. Like no, I have to think deep for that.
Yes.
Okay, so this was in middle school for me. This was before I ever had an iPod. Before I had any music playing technology, we would record our shit on phones.
Oh yeah.
And but
The Nokias.
I didn't have a CD for it. I didn't have a tape for it. Nothing. I had to wait for it to come on DirecTV Music.
What was it?
DirecTV Music. It was Replay by Ayaz.
That's yes, sir.
See, these are the kind of memories we're looking for. Go ahead. Your turn.
Fucking hell. So, I mean, it's like songs my dad put me on, right? So, like, you know, I was a kid. I didn't pick my own music. My dad played music. Right?
Yeah.
And so that kind of like, so I mean, there was definitely a lot of Beatles. Like, obviously, Help was in there. I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Yeah.
Right. But one that distinctly I remember that kind of stuck out with the best was "It's 5 O'clock Somewhere" by
Oh,
Michael Jackson, bro.
yeah.
That's a great song.
Dude, it really is. It
That
really
is a
is.
banger.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I very much remember is my dad was a very much NASCAR fan. And
Yes.
So there was a like country red dirt fucking kind of rock CD that came out with like. There was some fucking Bon Jovi on it, but it was like a CD that was played at fucking NASCAR events. And it had Help, I Need Somebody. It had fucking all sorts of fucking crazy ass fucking country slight rock tunes that were just fucking so like burning like right right here, like right beside where you would kill yourself with.
So I was like, I had like some Rascal Flats in there too.
Yeah.
Like Fast Cars and Freedom. That song
Hey,
was in there.
when Rascal Flatts did the Cars,
Life is a Highway.
Life is a Highway.
Alright, so music question. Do you prefer writing in the room or do you prefer writing? Yes. No, room or studio. Or room or studio. Meaning, would you rather no focus? Would you rather track in the room or in the studio? Meaning, would you rather jam with everybody in the room, fucking amps, drums, or would you rather create your songs, plug them into an interface, and wrote in the studio, like home studio, doesn't matter what kind. Would you rather with your group or would you rather write shit out? How would y'all prefer your individual?
Let's see.
You strike me as a studio writer.
Yeah, studio.
I'll say that's
Just instinct off the bat, give the answer off the dome.
Yeah, studio.
I'm going studio, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that was his shit.
It really started with like, I mean, it started obviously home studio, like it was always in my bedroom, and also like when my sister moved out there.
Is there any songs that y'all wrote as a like in the room that you would describe as in room?
Oh, couple. So, well,
first
it's
album.
not out, you know, but 1,000 Lies, whatever that song goes.
1,000 Lies.
That's a new one. That's
That's
gonna
the
come
one
out
that just
eventually.
started with
but that
Jacob
was
and I.
that was writing in the room, just jamming.
He was just jamming, and I was like, "Yo, play that, loop that,
There's
let me jam."
basically, you know,
Same thing
spoiler
that
alert.
fucked
There's
me up.
several songs coming up that were made jam wise, right, as opposed to studio wise. So
Anybody else? So studio versus room.
I kind of prefer jamming out. Like,
I feel like you switched up, bro.
Well, as a drummer, it would make sense to be able to like figure out the songs like piece by piece, like with people playing along with you.
Oh yeah.
I like this is I feel like an overused analogy, but I feel like I'm song drummer, so like playing
Playing the full
being
thing.
able to hear what you're gonna play along to.
Well,
and
but that
be able to,
gives
like,
you that as a drummer gives you the ability to hear what's being portrayed.
and just to be able to like, you know, it's hard to like. I feel like it's hard sometimes to be able to have like self-inspired without like hearing the other like hearing what they create inspires me to create.
You hear the song that creates the musician, which that's actually a description that I haven't heard many times, but the concept of a song drummer, like versus somebody who likes hearing the riff. Like it's like, oh, I like to hear the da-da-da-da-da-da. No, let me hear the song and I'll figure out what I want to do. I might build into this.
Yeah, and it's meticulous. I mean, over the years we've gone.
Well, some bands don't work well as studio. Some bands don't work as in room. Some bands are very much.
I feel
blend.
like we do this a lot.
Yeah,
as far as
whatever
what
is
we do.
happening. Which also y'all strike me as the kind of band that is adaptable. Y'all all understand the communication that is involved with whether or not like you decide, oh, I wrote this shit out versus, oh, we're dicking around. Here's a key on the keyboard and drummer has
That
the
is
guitarist has
very
radio.
true. Yeah.
Single key.
Adaptable is very important.
That is very accurate. Yes.
So
No, wait,
Alright,
before we move on, because we totally skipped like our song, our two songs that we
Yes.
were gonna do,
You're
and
right.
I like the songs that we had from earlier as far as like
Go ahead.
what
Mine was Faint by Linkin Park.
Ah,
Yeah.
look, bro, I'm all about the Linkin Park.
so
Yeah, I mean that's my core.
I would
basis.
say mine is the first song on the #1 like the greatest hits album from the Beatles is "Love Me Do."
Oh yeah,
And
that's
with the
also that's not
harmonica-
one that's not one that everybody fucking goes too fast.
Yeah.
Oh, and then also my dad has a really eclectic taste of music,
Oh yes.
and
Meteor. I mean,
but
not Meteor. What the fuck
the
was
other
that?
one that
Hyper
came
Theory.
to
Well,
mind.
you're excited about
Yeah.
Meteor, but
Yeah, I was talking about
The other one that came to mind is my dad had a very eclectic taste of music, and a song, I guess it's called "Cowboy" by Kid Rock.
oh, I'm a cowboy.
Yeah,
No, that was
but
fucking
I
Bon Jovi.
yeah, I remember
Still
singing that
Alive.
song. Yeah,
I know the song you're talking about.
Kid
I was
Rock.
talking about what he was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Dead or Alive. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard that in a while.
I'm a cowboy.
That's what. So, song number 3.
Yes.
What is
That song is Showman.
Showman?
Showman, baby.
Showman.
How long is that song?
That song is like 2018, 20.
Like late 2018
Yeah.
going into 2019.
Yeah, so that was 2018. That was when like I first moved out into my apartment. And I was like, getting situated with like the little setup I'd have and all that stuff. And it was very much like we'd meet up, but like we were all still working at Topgolf at the time in Allen, and we would all meet up at my place and we would just like write some stuff. And I remember like at least the start to the album was Let Go and stuff that and stuff like that. And you sat down like ripped down the bass line and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But with
I
Showman
think we were
too.
just kind of jamming to some like melody and we're just like just started off and then we just wrote the entire song and like
Yeah, exactly.
20
That
minutes.
was most of the Green album. Was
Yeah.
like it was basically
that's the
like-
first album where it was like it was all like original stuff from like the band, like not stuff that had already
Yes.
like just been in the vault from like Ryan and Jacob writing music. That was like kind of the first where it was like a collective of everyone.
Yeah, that is very true.
Like, first time y'all were able to like consider yourselves a band,
Yeah.
a collective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it,
That's something I don't even know my answer, bro. I was gonna say chapter 3 was probably the first one that like all 5 was
Yeah.
for, right? Because
Yeah.
Caleb kind of almost made like a guest appearance in our second EP. But
Yeah.
then, we were all solidly in that third
Yeah,
one. So that was our
on that
first.
second EP, like it was kind of like, if you aren't familiar, like we have a handful of EPs out, chapter 1 through 4, go check them out. But like chapter 2 was released
like
after we had joined, but
Like
we
right
had,
after.
we
Yeah.
had kind of like what you were saying.
Sorry to keep
It
you
was
waiting.
already kind of.
It's like halfway.
Yeah, pretty much already done once we were had joined,
Yeah.
and then Caleb had joined a little after we had joined, and chapter 3 was really the one where it's like I remember just getting like all the stems for like Dreamland and like
What year was chapter 1?
2017.
Yeah.
It was
June?
December
Yeah.
2017.
Chapter
Yeah.
2?
chapter 2 I would
June
say
of 2000.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chapter 3?
and then
November of 2018. I remember chapter 3 being November 2018.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So, song number 3 will be.
Showman.
Showman, baby.
Alright, so you're about to hear Showman. This
Showman.
is All I Hear Is Static. We will be right back. Welcome back to Audio Carnage Podcast. You just heard Showman. We are still here with All I Hear Is Static. So, guys, what would you say your favorite song to open up with is? Like, open a show.
I mean, recently we've been doing It Feels Like I Don't Know You Anymore.
Yeah, we opened this
song
up.
number
Song
one.
we played.
Typically,
Flick
what
you.
we've been doing.
But another good one that we would do up until recently, pretty much, was Rise Up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just because it
Rise
was
Up.
kind of like good energy, kind of got the crowd going right off the bat.
Mhm.
You kind of just it's a little funky track, so it's just kind of a little interesting to for the first thing for people to hear.
Yeah.
Back in, I was just gonna say, back in the duo days, it was freaking retention. Open up with that bum 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 bum.
Yeah,
Like,
it
that was dope.
It
Yeah.
was a good intro.
So, you could open for any band, what would it be?
That-
Now, personal for this band. Like, don't think about everybody else's answer. Think about your personal answer
Who would
for
you
this
want?
band.
Yeah.
So let's start dead middle.
Oh fuck.
Like if
I
we were,
didn't select you. I selected you impulsively.
like if we were what, like
You have to open up for this with this band for a band.
Yeah.
Your choice for this band to open up to.
Yeah.
Who would you want your band to open up for?
Yeah.
I will say.
The Wiggles.
Bro, you talk shit until you realize there's 3 key changes per song.
Yes.
Also, they go from 4/4 to 3/4 like that.
Musical
Yeah.
geniuses.
Like, talk shit until you're a drummer.
Shit. I would say. I'd say Amorosa.
oh shit.
For this one?
Yeah.
Alright, so. Okay. Now, by choice, who wants to answer? Who would you like to open up with this band for? By choice.
Wait, I'm confused.
I would say
No,
If we get
you get to choose who.
Opens up for us.
No,
No,
we
we
get to
also-
Whoever gets to answer first chooses. So,
I would say like Tame Impala would be like
Tame
a badass
Impala.
band.
so what'd you say?
Tame Impala.
Tame Impala?
Yeah. I feel like that'd be like a really just like badass show, like just because they have kind of a similar vibe to us. I feel like it would just be just a cool overall
Tame
like
Impala?
yeah Tame
Yeah.
Impala.
Like,
If
like
you listen to a couple-
tame a Impala.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, it's basically Tame and then like a Chevy Impala.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The other band, I already mentioned them earlier, but I feel like if we could, ever line this up, it would be fucking awesome. But AJR would be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of their style,
I would
like the
agree.
Oh, yeah.
production that they do, like that would like if we could ever get that same kind of production value as far as like just being able to have the expense to be able to do some of the crazy creative things that come to our minds, like it would be really cool.
21 Pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
That'd be a fun one.
I mean,
That'd be a big one too.
well, and I love
that
I
would be
love the
fun.
neighborhood, but I was like, who's got the bigger following? 21 Pilots. All right.
No.
Yeah, it's like,
Good answer.
I mean, I was
Badass
gonna
one
say
too.
Neighborhood too, but like you two said like both of my answers honestly,
Alright,
like
so
AJR then 21 Pilots.
So I'm glad that you came in so strong for an answer because you have to end our answer for the final evening. Fuck, marry, kill your own band. Who you gonna fuck? Who you gonna marry? Who you gonna kill for your own band?
Yes.
This is the final question. Other than what's our final song
So,
and where
does
can we
someone
find
just
you?
get left out?
Yes.
Yes.
That is part of the
Left to
difficulty.
nothing.
So there's a
No,
G,
no.
there's a
Fuck,
G,
marry, kill, and then you are left
and then
alone.
there's an other.
Yeah, no, we don't
Like-
talk about them.
Yes.
So,
They are
fuck, marry,
disbanded.
kill. Who you gonna fuck?
I don't like the intense eye contact in this part.
No, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Look at your band.
Oh.
Look at them. Look at them. Look at them.
All right, no, that's great. I'll fuck Ryan. I'll marry Dalton, and I'll kill Caleb.
Yeah. Oh. Left out. All right. So you're next. You.
Yo.
Who you fucking? Who you marrying?
Sorry,
Who you
Chips.
Also, this is where the animosity builds.
Yes. You know what?
Don't think about it. Just do it. Don't. That's what I did. I said,
That was
Make
good.
it
That was good.
happen.
You
Make
know
it
what?
happen.
I'm fucking Dalton.
Yeah, Dalton's getting fucked again. Number 2 times.
I'm marrying Ryan.
Sexual
and I'm
animosity.
I'm killing Jacob.
Wait,
this is
marrying
just
Ryan,
payback.
killing
Feels
Jacob.
left out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Payback's a bitch.
So,
So I'm getting Eiffel Towered by Jacob and Caleb. Jacob and Caleb are Eiffel Towering my ass.
Oh my
Not an answer, but I'll accept it.
That's
Just like you accepted the Eiffel Tower.
You're not. You're the one getting fucked in that situation.
Yeah, no. He specified that.
I'm giving
That's
and taking.
Pitching and catching.
Pitching and catching.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Who's left, boys and girls?
Sorry, I married Dalton and Killshakes.
Yes.
Bitch.
Take all
I'm
your
married
money.
your ass.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, but you know, this is some basement Killshakes.
Marriage homicide, bro. Caleb, you haven't answered yet.
See, I would answer. I kill you all and I kill myself.
Yeah.
That's real love.
That's tough love.
Chase is thinking, Caleb,
He doesn't exist.
Caleb's thinking
here.
about the consequences of answering this question when he gets home. Like,
Nope. I have to answer.
Just let it happen.
It's
Feel
Lindsay's gonna
it
find
out.
Held. Let it slide in.
I'm fucking Ryan.
Ryan finally gets fucked.
Sorry, baby.
Nope, I said that too.
You know.
Marrying Dalton.
Yeah.
It's an obvious choice, right? Don't you dare, bro. Don't you dare. Look me in the eyes when you kill me, Caleb.
Chase, I'm killing you. Damn it.
Let me go.
So much.
2 for 2.
All right. So song 3 was Showman,
wait.
right?
Dalton, you
Yes, yes, it was.
I answered, right?
So before we get out of here,
shit,
guys, what would you say? Other than the plugs that y'all want to give each other,
Yeah.
What plugs do you want to give your friends?
That sounded really bad.
Divine plug.
Well, I think we just defined plugs with the fuck Mary.
What the fuck? Well, everyone's laughing and I'm still coherent.
So, what band is? Where can we find you?
Okay, I'm gonna say biggest plug I can possibly fucking give
Other than to him.
is my friend Ryan Vedder.
Yeah.
Dude is legitimately like a top 5 artist for me, apart from me even knowing him. Like I frequently play him on Spotify.
Me too.
Like he's fucking dope.
So wait, Ryan, are you saying you play with yourself?
No,
No, that's a different.
This is a
it's
different
not.
Ryan, but
He
yeah.
was the drummer of our old band.
Oh, okay.
Ryan
fair enough.
Vedder. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is Ryan Fairbanks.
But I
Nice
do
to
play
meet you.
with
Yeah.
myself.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh no. We're okay.
Did it break?
Party spill.
Could be
Party
worse.
foul.
Could be a worse situation.
But yeah, that man, like, he produces his own shit, and it's like I listen to that shit, I'm like, I want to make this fucking song.
Oh,
Damn it, like, you know, like, and that's how I know I love it. So, yeah, so I was like, I had to put that out there first and foremost.
Oh yeah.
So,
Plug Connor Gibbons.
so you want to plug Ryan, but not
Connor
Ryan.
Gibbons, my man Connor Gibbons.
C Gibbs, bro.
C Gibbs and JBA, that whole crew, fucking
Oh, yeah.
Ari.
I shout them
Dylan
out
Ray.
earlier, but Triple Forte,
Yep.
Yes.
check them out.
Shout out to
5 billion and counting.
Yes, 5 Bill.
Really good friends.
Yeah, Atlas Island. That's the studio I work at. That's where we're tracking most of the new album too. And yeah, it's an epic space to record if you want to come record. Fucking venue too. Photography, film studio, anything you need, we got you hooked up on that. Yeah, shout out to our own studio, Static Studios.
That's where we
right.
practice and
Literally the home base.
record all our ideas.
Shout out Chili's off McDermott.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
shout out
the
Chili's
joke.
off McDermott. The,
Gotta get that fucking
in
2
America-
for 20.
Yeah, man. No,
3 for 10.
2
The
for
3
30
for
now.
10.
The
The 3 for 10.
Awesome Blossom is garbage compared to the Illuminati.
Oh, yeah. This is not a contest, right?
So, alright. So considering Fuck, Marry, Kill was the question we ended on, my final question for the night is, do you have any family members who played music before you ever started playing?
No.
No.
Nah.
So,
I honestly don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. His dad's in a band.
Caleb.
So.
That's guitars.
Caleb's the big one.
My whole family on both sides,
Plug New Man.
Your whole family.
decades before I was born. Like I'm related to Gene Autry, the guy who made Roof on the House, Frosty the Snowman, all your Christmas classics, shit like that.
I'm gonna check this, and if you're lying to me, I'm gonna handicap you.
Never allowed back here.
Actually, I lied. I said handicap, but I mean hamstring.
Hamstring me.
Yeah,
Handicap
that's
my
right.
hamstring.
cut the hamstring.
Oh.
And then on top of
I
that,
suppose that's handicapping. I apologize.
on top of that, my granddad, he grew up playing music. He played music with Johnny Cash's kids when he was growing up in Nashville and Hendersonville, technically, if we're getting specific. My granny's side, on my mom's side of the family, the Franklin Fiddlers, they're all bluegrass country fiddling.
Did they invent the fiddle?
Huh?
Did they invent the fiddle?
No, they did not. Man, shout out to my
Fiddle
dad.
your fucking diddles.
Shout out to my dad. My dad, he basically showed me the road to music. He's in his own band. I play with him occasionally. I'll fill in for guitar with
We
him.
played with them recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played with them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. And then shout out to New Magnetic North, which is my dad's
Yes.
band. And that's kind of been my biggest inspiration whenever I was growing up playing
The
music.
only person I had in my family that played music, was I guess my uncle. But it was like classic music, like trumpet, like in orchestra. But that was like the only kind of experience I had. And I guess kind of polar opposite to your experience, of having like the roadmap. I kind of had to like. I had that and like as a bass, but it wasn't like kind of like the music I wanted to listen to. And also,
Use a drummer. A trumpeter isn't exactly like a.
Well, I played
like
trumpet all through high school too, but like
Same.
just like as I like developed my own taste for music, like getting into heavier stuff and like more metal driven, and in metal and hard rock, drums is so just forefront and center, and I just I was like, oh yeah. You gotta.
Alright, so before we get out of here, we have one final question that's an easy question. I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. So, dream venue. Red Rocks and Madison Square Gardens is off the limits because that's a easy answer.
You literally just
I was
stole
just gonna say. I was gonna say Red Rocks.
Red Rocks is always a given.
That's an easy answer. So favorite venue, guys. We are out of here. Literally, as soon as we're done, you load up your shit and we're fucking done. The podcast is done.
Man.
Red Rocks,
Yes.
Madison Square Garden is out of the fucking
Someone else,
dream
yeah.
venue.
I'll go first. It's not big like an arena or
Bro,
anything
there's
like that.
fucking Italian amphitheaters. Come on.
But one that has always been on my bucket list to play at is Trees.
Yeah. Oh,
Trees has
dude.
always been
I
on the
actually
bucket
got knocked
list.
that one off my fucking list, but like as I was up there, I was like, dude, fucking Kurt Cobain fucking got it.
Yeah.
Here. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a good one. So, anybody else? Come on. Guys, we're about to be out of here.
It's not really a venue as much as like I'd say a festival, but I mean that
That's
counts.
fine. Go ahead.
Osheaga.
Oh,
Montreal.
yeah.
It's a big festival in Montreal, Canada,
Yeah.
and we went there and it's like, yeah, I want to play this shit.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's on its own island. in
Yeah.
Canada.
any of the big ones? Got
Austin City Limits is
That was
Yes,
the other one.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I'd love to just play at the for a local venue. I'd love to play at the Toyota Music Factory.
yeah.
That'd be sick.
Like Bomb Factory would be good too.
Oh yeah, the factory.
That was number 2 on my list.
Alright, so
Yes,
it has been a long night and nobody fucking won at chess, but guys, All I Hear is Static has been a very fun episode. Guys, I'm Jared Henry. This is Audio Carnage Podcast. This is All I Hear is Static. What's your fucking names, boys?
Check.
Ryan Fairbanks.
Chase Busing.
Caleb Lofton.
Jacob Fitz.
Dalton Reed.
It is fucking 1 a.m. We're gonna get some food. We're stoned and drunk. We will see you next time.
Yes.
Thoughts that I keep thinking keep bringing me down. I call your name, but you don't make a sound. I know I'm not the one to always make things right, but you don't have to change tonight. I became everything that exists to you, and now you're gonna run away. I never follow through with things I say I do. I just don't know what to say. I got this heavy feeling in my chest right now. I know some things will never be the same, and everything is falling and you don't know how. But you don't have to drop yourself insane. I'm just trying to get some sleep tonight. Hey! A single little cigarette in the dark of night. And you can play this game, I can play it too. No, yeah, the cold strikes in with the voice of you. And I became everything that exists to you. And now you're gonna run away. I never follow through with things you say I do. I just don't know what to say. Cause I got this heavy feeling in my chest right now. I know some things will never be the same. Everything is falling and you don't know how. But you don't have to drive yourself insane. No. Everything that was right for you, it never should have been this way. Cause I'm holding on to this with everything I do. I wanna save it all today. Cause I got this heavy feeling in my chest right now. I know some things will never be